Girls, we survived. It is Thursday. How was your hump day? We are going to get ready today. I am very excited that it's Thursday. So if you didn't know this, Thursday is my Friday. And it was kind of a crazy, hectic week. But yesterday was like my longer, kind of crazier day. And so very glad that is over with. Oh, thank goodness. I forgot to grab my new powder, but I think I have enough crumbs that we can make it work. So anyways, we survived that. The day after my meetings, I kind of like those days sometimes because I'm mostly just like getting my bills ready, doing the minutes. Like it's a lot of like checking stuff off my to-do list. And because I've done it so many times, I have it like down pat where I get the whole thing done, do my weekly deposit. My whole day is busy, but I've got it set up where like I get everything done. So I wouldn't say I'm excited to go to work because, I mean, if I could choose not work and going to work, I'd definitely choose not work. But it's a good day and I'm glad that yesterday is over with. So let's get ready. Good morning. Okay, guys, I put that self-tanner on today. I kind of wanted to show you what it looks like when it's on. Obviously, you can put this on before bed, but first off, this is how much it doesn't smell as I put it on and I'm going to work. Like it literally does not have that tanner smell. And I am shocked by that because honestly, even self-tanners I've used that, because I am a self-proclaimed like self-tan hater. I've never liked it. I want to. I love being tan. I think it would be a great option, like in the winter, you know, but I've never found one I actually like. So I would say I'm kind of like a self-proclaimed self-tan hater, but I'm still open to trying it because if there was one that actually did what everybody said, I would like it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. That's why I wore a tank top instead of a long sleeve, because it's kind of got that like green tint to it. And so obviously that looks like kind of weird, but I think that is one of the things that makes this so much better is it doesn't leave you like orange at all, and it's not a streaky kind of looking self-tan. I'll show you guys the after tomorrow, but I've only used it one other time. But anyways, it looks like a legit like normal tan. It doesn't look streaky. It doesn't look orange. It just looks like what an actual tan looks like, kind of that like olivey undertone. And so even though the green looks kind of weird, like the day you put it on with that tint, I think that's part of the reason it's so good. But anyways, it doesn't smell at all, which I've actually never used a self-tanner that doesn't smell, at least while it's processing. I've had some that don't necessarily smell like right when you put them on, but then I feel like as the day goes on, like the longer you wear it, you can just smell like that very specific smell more and more, you know? This is a link to it, by the way. And this is a express tanner, and the last time I wore it, and what I'm gonna do today as well, I wore it all day long because the longer you wear it, the darker it'll get. So if you do want like a really natural tan that's like very subtle, you could totally put it on an hour or two before you shower in the morning and then just wash it off, and you're gonna get a little bit of that instant color, you know, like a touch of color. I kind of don't want to do that for just a little bit of color. I want it to be like at least a few shades. So I've been wearing it all day, but to me what it smells like is almost like a hint. It's not a strong smell, so just so you know, it's not like overwhelming. It smells almost like a hint of like a cologne. Like that's what it reminds me of, is a very light cologne. Cindy, thank you. It's a little like weird looking right now because I just put it on, but oh my gosh, I'm so impressed after the last time I washed this stuff off. This is only my second time using it, but I hate self-tanner. I hate it. So I am so impressed and so happy with it. Good morning, Kenya. Guys, I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to comb my brows out. Maybe I'll do that and then we'll finish our forehead with powder. La-di-da, where are you? I need to clean my desk again. That's like a never-ending chore of mine. Okay, self-tanner stuff really quick. Other things that I noticed. I usually sweat really bad with self-tanner on, and it gives me BO. I don't know why. That is so weird. Maybe that is just me, so if that's the case, ignore that. This doesn't do that, and it's not sticky, but I do feel like you can tell you have, like, something on. Like, you can definitely tell, like, you have something on your skin, so I wouldn't say, like, oh, you won't even feel it, or, like, it just dries completely. I feel like I can definitely tell I have something on, but it's not that, like, really itchy, drying kind of feeling. You know what I mean? I actually feel like my skin was, like, pre-hydrated after I used it, so. Usually I feel like my skin gets pretty dry with self-tanner, which is weird because I don't even have dry skin. But yeah, I do feel like you can, it's not like that super sticky, super itchy kind of thing, but I can tell, like, I have something on my skin. You know what I mean? Like, I can feel that. I think I just broke the stopper in this. Oh, well, good. Now I don't have to try to fight to get stuff out of it every day. Did I say good morning, Kenya? I think I did. I hope I did. If not, good morning. What are you guys up to today? I'm going to work. So yeah, exciting day, but Thursday is my Friday, so hallelujah. The kids actually do have school tomorrow. They always have school like the first few Fridays, so that's kind of lame for them, but I guess. Good morning, Jody. How are you? Oh my gosh, guys. I got jury selection. And last time I had jury selection, so I was actually on a jury. Have I told you guys this? I was actually on a jury a few years ago. So because I was on the jury, I was like out of the selection for a little while, which was nice. I'm hanging today, resting my painful plantar fasciitis. Oh, that is the worst, Jody. My grandma gets that. Mowing the yard, yuck, and going to visit a longtime friend that I haven't seen in years later. Yay, well that part will be fun. I'm lucky because I have teenage boys, so they mow the yard. Anyways, I got jury selection again, and it's on a Friday, which I'm like, seriously? Like, I don't want to waste my Friday with this. Like, crap. You know what I mean? And then, if I get jury duty, which I hope I'm not picked, I really hope. If it's like last time, I can't go on like social media, or like I'm not supposed to go on like social media or anything during the trial. So it could be like a week. You know what I mean? And it's kind of dumb because it's like, obviously that rule is for like big popular cases in big cities. You might see something that's gonna like sway your mind. Like, that's not gonna happen here. But I think they all have to follow like the same rules, you know? I hope they don't pick me. And also I'm like, it's football season, so I'm really not planning on sitting in court listening to this if my son has a football game, you know what I mean? I'm like, how did I get jury selection? You gotta understand, there is like no one. I live in a county of 500 people. The jury selection's 200, and I was on the last jury trial that we had here. So I hope they don't pick me because of that, but yeah, if I do get picked, that's gonna suck because I can't go on Facebook Live or anything. You know what I mean? Last time, it was kind of like, I don't want to sound morbid because it was obviously like really sad, but I've always had a little bit of an interest in true crime. So the last jury thing was a murder trial, and I was kind of like, holy cow, how did I even find myself on a murder trial in this small of a town, how was there even a murder here? And then I also landed on the jury. So it was like sad, so, and very morbid, but I was very like interested, or like it was interesting to me to see what like that court is like in real life, at least in this case, you know what I mean? And kind of like get to watch that and see like what they do, what it's like. The one attorney was like pretty theatrical, the other attorney sucked. And so it was kind of like an interesting experience for me. Obviously, we wish that guy was alive and there was never a murder here, so let me make that clear. I would trade the experience if he didn't have to get murdered, but it was a little bit interesting. This one, I'm pretty sure, is like, from the rumors I've heard around town, it's like a, you know, like when someone dies and then like they fight over whose land it is and like what goes to who. It's one of those, and I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. I'd rather just have my day off, you know what I mean? I don't know what they call that. It's not probate, I don't think, but maybe it is, I guess. I don't think it's probate though. I think it's like something to do with like the will, and I don't know. Good morning, Dawn. No notifications again. What is the deal? I swear, yesterday I was getting a bunch of comments like, yay, I was notified. The notifications work. I got a notification. And now today we're back to it. So I guess, guys, double check your notifications. Make sure they're on. And if you ever see one of those notifications in your actual like Facebook notifications, it sometimes will notify you like, we've changed you to only select videos or like only highlights. Click whatever, yes or no, whichever one will turn on all when it notifies you of that. Robin sent me a screenshot of that. I've never seen that notification before. Good morning, Darcy. How are you? All right, so 2 questions, you guys. I feel like we could wear that dark burgundy lipstick today. It's very dark. Or we could do the other new City Beauty lip plumper, like I told you guys we were going to do yesterday, which is just kind of a baby doll pink. And it's like a glossy, so obviously it's not like bright baby doll because it's a gloss. But what would you guys rather do? Should we do Moody lipstick? I can show you both of them. I kind of want to try it, but I don't know. I don't get it. I comment on all your content and watch all your videos. I don't get it either, Dawn, because like you said, like, there's no one that gets on more consistently. You know what I mean? There's like a handful of you that get on consistently every day. You always at least drop a comment. You've turned notifications on a million times. It's like, Facebook, what more do they have to do to tell you they want to get notified and be on the live? Because that seems like that should be enough. You think them going and physically turning on notifications would be enough, but no. Okay, so I was thinking either, I don't think it's this one. I gotta look at these. I think Twilight is the more purpley one. Oh, it's frustrating for sure. I wish, maybe I should ask that Meta AI thing, like, since it's a robot, maybe it would actually listen to me. And I should just say, can you please make sure all my followers get a notification every time I go live? It'd be like, wow, what a fantastic idea. But hell no. We're not notifying anybody, not even people that turn their notifications on. Thanks for asking. Does that look good? I don't know if I like that. It was just laying here. The dark one will look so pretty on you. Okay, we'll try the dark. Does that look... I don't think I like that, but we'll see. All right, let's put the dark on and then we'll decide blush, because I'm not sure what way we want to go with blush. Like, I want to see like the sparkle on it. Where is it though, is the question. Here's the 2. Oh, here it is, I think. Oh no, that's sandstone. Oh, so one of these is it. Okay, I think it's Stardust. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I think Twilight is like the purple. That one will be perfect for Halloween. Ugh, I just gotta check these on my hands. I cannot tell. All right, this is Twilight. So the kind of interesting thing about these, you guys, and I didn't realize this at first, but I kind of figured it out yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. is when you first put them on, they're just kind of matte. And then after you, okay, I think that's the purpley one. Yeah, it is. So see how they go on, like, I guess I wouldn't say matte, but the shimmer isn't like super pigmented. So when you first put them on, the shimmer is more like a sheen. And then as you do this, the shimmer like comes out. I don't know how it works, but you'll see like the glitter like really start showing. And I noticed that after I put this on last time, like I was making a couple videos and stuff, and I'm like looking and I'm like, wow, all of a sudden it looks really shimmery. I do have to go. Just wanted to hop on and say good morning. I'll catch you on the replay. Have a great day. Thank you, Dawn. Thanks for at least hopping on. All right, let's try it, girls. This is the shade, so I don't forget, Twilight. I had those two mixed up. And this is the new Lip Mousse by You Cool Me. You Cool Me is that fiber mascara brand that I've been using. They just launched this. So after you like press it and kind of work it apart, that's when the sparkles really show up. I'm not adding anything to this. I'm just kind of using it to like clean up, fix that shape, all that. And then we're rubbing together to bring out that sparkle. Okay. Quick, easy hack. That doesn't look very good to me. So this is what I do to fix that. What do we think? So dark. Take any kind of flat brush. It does not have to be a specific brand or anything like that. I'm gonna make sure I don't have any of this on the inside of my lips. So I hopefully don't get it on my teeth. Look how much whiter my teeth look. Ooh. All right, take any flat brush. Like I said, does not need to be a particular brand. And then a little concealer or a little bit of whatever foundation that you used. I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of my powder foundation since that's what's sitting right here. And you're just going to go in one swipe. And I try to always get it in one because I feel like that just works the best. And then this side, swipe. See how much better that is? The only thing is make sure, like, once it's on the brush, if you keep using it, you know what I mean? You don't want to wipe it onto your skin. What do we think? Yay, nay, hideous, pretty? Would you wear it? It is very dark. I'm definitely glad I didn't wear this to my meeting yesterday. I would have been like so I don't know. There was a bunch of people there and it was kind of like you know, something people were like not happy about. So I was like, just imagine me sitting there with this freaking black lipstick on. Someone asked me a question. I'm like, I'm cosplaying right now. I can't answer your questions as the clerk. Sorry. Oh, so I'm glad I didn't wear it yesterday. I don't know. Let's put a little blush on. I kind of think that might be a little dark for work, but it is really pretty. I probably will take like a little picture with it. And then I might wipe it off. This is the shade Guava by Ophir. For some reason, my Guava has this weird film over it that I have to like scratch off with my fingernail. I don't know why, but I know I'm not the only one either. Fall vibes for sure. Totally, Cindy. I feel like specifically like Halloween vibes because it almost has like that black undertone. or maybe it is kind of like a black base, I guess would be a better word than undertone, like it's just super, super dark. I wonder why Facebook all of a sudden decided not to notify anyone today. How random. Okay, I'm gonna go take a quick picture of this and see if my live won't disconnect, and we're gonna wipe off. I didn't think it would. I don't get it. I comment on all your content and watch all your videos. Lisa, I'm guessing it didn't notify you either. It didn't seem like it notified anybody today. I don't know why either, because I've been trying to do like... I'm gonna wipe this off because I do really like it and it's really fun, but I just feel like I don't like it with this shirt and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm glad we tried it still. I do think the shimmer is really, really pretty on it. Anyways, I don't know why Facebook is doing this because I've been trying to be really good about like going live a lot. I actually don't think there's been a day I haven't been live in over a week. So I don't know. It's so, because sometimes like when I went to the lake or something like that, where like if I don't go live for a while or like I'm not posting as much, maybe I just have a thing or two scheduled, I feel like then Facebook kind of like punishes me for that, and so that's why the notifications get turned off. But I have no idea, because every single person that messages me telling me they don't get notified are people that have told me like they want to get notified, they turn notifications on, and I see them on my videos. So weird. Okay, well now we have kind of a black... We kind of have to work with what we got now. Let's go with like a dark brown, because I feel like we can make that work. We can blend it together, and it'll go with this shirt. I'm definitely gonna take this off, I think. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for earrings today, but something. Not earrings. Yeah, earrings. No, I never get notifications, and I've checked that. I have all the right boxes checked, and still nothing. It is so frustrating, Lisa. I wish I had like some kind of hack to tell you guys, but they do have this little AI thing now, which I hate AI as much as the rest of the people, and I think that's part of the reason it sucks so bad. But I wonder if I like message it and say like, you know, I'm getting all these comments that nobody's getting notified, they have notifications on, blah blah blah. Since it's like a robot and clearly they just do whatever the heck they want as far as notifications go, maybe it will like turn them on for you guys. I'll try it when I get off of here. Okay, this is just one of those lip pencils from that cheapy pack. I actually thought this was a darker one than it is. This is the shade number 5. I think I thought I grabbed shade 3. Because I kind of have this like little bit of color that's stuck on here now. So maybe we'll do a little ombre. I get notifications once in a while. It seems to be hit or miss. Yes, it's so weird. So frustrating, too. It kind of seems like, oh, as soon as we're, like, getting in a groove, then it gets shut off. Alright, if you haven't grabbed this pack of lip pencils yet, it is a big old pack of nude lip liners for $10.99. There's 12 of them. So they're less than $1 a piece. And I've talked about this before. Do I think they're like the most amazing lip liners you're ever going to use in your life? No. But do I think that they're like pretty dang good, especially for the price? Hell yeah. And they definitely are a great way to like add a little bit of variety. Like if you just want some options in your neutrals, you want to have some thrown in your little makeup thing, you want to have a few in your purse, these are perfect. They are a sharpened pencil, so make sure if you don't have a sharpener, grab one. It might come with one. I really don't remember. I don't think so. But I have them linked in the description. Alright, so today we did shades 3 on the outside and 5. That's actually a pretty good little nude lip combo, I think. I use 5 a lot. It's kind of like an orangey nude. It's really pretty, even just like all by itself. Yay. I kind of messed up my makeup with all that. all that chaos, but we'll make it work. Add a little more pizzazz. Alright, what should we do for eyeshadow? Okay, we're gonna set, we're gonna melt everything. Melt our powders in, and should we do eyeshadow today, guys? We have this like really pinky blush on, so what if we did kind of like a matte pinky? It's more subtle still, but could kind of pull it all together a little. This makeup really makes no sense. I have like this bright pink blush, a nude lip. We're all over the place. Hopefully I can make it all flow together once I get earrings on and with our final look. Sometimes these are the looks that end up turning out the best, and you're like, I don't know why that worked, but it did. So maybe today will be one of those days. Now that lip look is perfect with your top. Thank you, Cindy. Definitely better. I still like those sparkly ones and I think they're really fun, but I'm not necessarily always in the mood for like a crazy lip. Okay, I do like the pink idea, but what if we actually, I feel like this could be perfect. This is the Bloom palette, and the Bloom palette actually does have a couple really great nudes. So if you're worried it won't have enough variety, it does have some really good mattes and nudes in it that I really love. I think we can totally like pull this look together. I have an idea. All right, we're gonna do this in our transition color, which is basically just in the crease, and then I use a fluffy brush and I go back and forth, and so that'll make the product go kind of onto the lid and then up above, but it'll give it a nice soft blend. So it's not like a harsh, like super carved out crisp line, if that makes sense. It's more of a soft kind of blended look, which is my preference. If you want like a carved out sharp line look, I would recommend like a flat brush or something like that. Something that you can really concentrate like a lot of product into a small tiny area. Where this, you're taking a little bit of product and then you're kind of spreading it out. So it's getting that softer, like I said, blended, lighter look. How pretty is that? I love Ophir's eyeshadow. So if you are someone, I feel like if you watch my videos, you've probably bought an Ophir eyeshadow by now. But if you have not, it's worth the investment. I know eyeshadow, especially good eyeshadow, can be a little more expensive, so I totally get that. But one thing about it, let's do this. This will be really pretty. It lasts so long to me, guys, that it is 100%, my opinion, worth the investment, because you're going to be able to use that palette for years. And having good eyeshadow really does make a big difference in how it wears, how it looks throughout the day, how it goes on. It's worth it, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of videos and stuff that like they love to use cheap makeup and say it works just as good. I have not found that to be my experience with eyeshadow. I've bought cheaper eyeshadow, like cheap lips. I love a good cheap product. If I find one and it works and like it's actually affordable, nothing makes me happier. This pack of lip liners, we've been using that all summer. Our $8 SPF primer color corrector that we're obsessed with, again, using that all summer. I have not found like any eyeshadows that truly look good and are cheap. They might look good for like 2 seconds, but you really have to like cake them on. And I'm like, it's not this hard to put eyeshadow on if you have a good one. So to me, eyeshadow is definitely worth the investment. It just lasts so long. You're going to get great use out of it. And Ophir's are so good. So I have it linked up in the description, and they are having a little outlet sale right now. So I've been telling everyone, hop on there, check it out, and see if there's anything you want, need. need replaced, whatever, because there are some really good deals. If your eye colors have been the best I've ever used, I love them too. And so to me, I'm like, just splurge on it on yourself. Tell your husband that's what you want for your birthday or whatever. Like, if you're not wanting to splurge on yourself, it's worth it. And like, even if you're not a huge eyeshadow person, at least when you want to wear makeup, you have a good palette. You know what I mean? To me, part of my fun every day is like putting together a new eyeshadow combo, putting on a new lip, an outfit, you know, like that's kind of my like creative part of the day. And that's fun for me. So I always encourage everyone, like, don't be afraid to try eyeshadow. 9 days out of 10, if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I'm going to be doing 2 colors. It does not have to be hard or complicated. I know this can look pretty overwhelming, but I always say pick 1 to 2 colors, slap them on, and that is your look for the day. All right. I really like this look, which is crazy because I was thinking for a minute there, where are we going with this? But I think it's going to work out. The pink and brown eyeshadow kind of like pulled it all together. When at school. Okay. Don't need that right now. I might do just a hint more. I kind of wanted that little bit of shimmer. Oh, this is the really dark one and the one I cannot find the lid to. I wanted to try that like highlighter right there, but I kind of don't like that. I'm sure I'll put lip gloss on at some point today. Okay, so here's the deal. Obviously, you can wear anything with lip gloss and lip plumper and stuff, but obviously once you get, I have a hair. Don't you guys hate that? You can feel it, but you can't see it. Once you get something wet, essentially, like lip gloss, chapstick, whatever, it just breaks it down faster. So if you leave your lip products matte, like just a lip liner, a matte lipstick, whatever, it will last longer. So if you ever really need your makeup to last and that's like your main priority, that's a little, easy little tip. I hear some dogs going crazy outside. It's not mine though, so that's all I really care about. As long as it's not my dog, I'm like, whatever. Except for there was this one dog this summer that was like kind of driving me crazy. I mean, I like dogs, so it wasn't really the dog, it was more the owner. And she's just been the cause of so many complaints that I get this summer. So anyways, obviously I'm not going to say who, but the dog would be like, I think it was outside and it wanted in. I really don't know. I'm just kind of guessing from like the barks, but it was like 11 o'clock at night and it was like, ruff, ruff, like literally every like 10 seconds, but like really loud. And there's a lot of dogs in like this little block here. And so eventually then he'd get like the next dogs going, then the next dogs, then the next dogs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let that dog inside. I wish I had your full lips. I would wear all the colors. Okay, I really don't have that full of lips. I like just make sure to go on the outside of my lip line. And I feel like that makes them, no, I don't feel like, I know that makes them look like way, way, way fuller than they actually are. So that's what I love to do. And you can rock any color you want, Cindy. I promise. I will say I am using the City Beauty lip line treatment right now. So that's not really a makeup product. It's more like I do it with my skincare. And that is helping because I was going to say, I will say I have very like wrinkly lips. So sometimes I'm like, ugh, you know. But I don't feel like from far away. I don't feel like anybody but me cares, let's be honest. But I am really liking that stuff. Anyways, forgot where I was going with that, which is that your lips are probably way nicer than you think, but I feel like we're so hard on ourselves because all I think when I look at my lips is like, why are they so like wrinkly and have so many lines in them? So you rock it, Cindy. If you see a color you want to wear it. I promise it'll look good. Okay, this is the You Cool Me Fiber Mascara, which is the same brand as that like really dark lipstick that we put on. to kind of just have a little fun with. I will wear it, but it's more of an October lipstick. You know what I mean? We're not even to September yet. I feel like certain months have like certain colors and like fashion I like and stuff, you know? I'm feeling too fallish with that black burgundy lipstick. Alright, we're gonna put this on. I am so behind on housework right now. Does anybody else feel like you spend your whole day or like a weekend getting caught up on housework and then you have one lazy day, especially those of you that have like kids at home or whatever, you have one like lazy day where you kind of just put it off or don't do stuff and it sets you back like so far that it looks like your house is just absolutely destroyed? That's where I'm at. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that is one thing I will be doing this weekend. Cleaning. It's actually my sister's birthday tomorrow. So I am the oldest of, I guess, kind of 5. My mom has 4 kids. My dad has 3. So me and my sister have the same mom and dad. And then we lived with our mom. But she had 2 more kids with her husband. And then way later, when I was like 16 or something, my dad had another baby. So I'm the oldest, but it's not like 5 altogether siblings. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm the oldest, and she is going to be 31, which is so weird, actually. And she's pregnant, so we're going to have a baby in, honestly, just a few months. I will be 34 this year, which is also crazy, but even crazier is that we're gonna have a baby and that she's pregnant, because it has been so long since any of us had a baby. Her daughter is the youngest in the family and she's 7, so she'll be almost 8 when Anel has the baby. And for everyone else, it's been even longer. So for a while there, it was like a lot of little kids. Because obviously I have like younger siblings, and so does Cody, that are like closer to our kids' age. And then my dad had a little brother that is, or a little boy that is younger than our kids. Then we had our boys, and I'll have hers. On Cody's side of the family, we were all having babies around the same time, like the oldest 3 kids. So anyways, it's just been a long time since there's been a baby around. So I'm excited, but it's her birthday tomorrow. Good morning, Mary. Okay, guys, I'm sorry that no one's getting notified and all of that. I'll let you know. I think I'll be live tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I will. So I'll message that little AI thing and say like, hey, can you fix all my followers notifications, or like page followers, whatever you call it, and say like, they're telling me they have notifications on, it doesn't notify, and we'll see if that does anything. Honestly, I highly doubt it, because it doesn't seem like AI is that like efficient. Like they say it is, but then I'm like, do you guys ever see those videos where it's like, how many R's are in the word strawberry? And it's like 2, and then the person will like explain to them like how there's 3, and they're like, I can see why you think that, but there's actually 2, and it's like, oh wow, that's a little terrifying. That's kind of how I feel with the social media AIs. All right, girls, here's our final look. I actually love it. I'm gonna go fix my hair really quick, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, but thanks for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're new here, I go live Monday through Thursday between 8 and 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, and we usually do makeup. So sorry, today was a little bit boring. I didn't even get home from my meeting last night till 8:30, so I am excited it's Thursday, but I feel like I'm a little blah today. I can't really think of any like fun ideas. So we'll do some fun makeup this weekend though. All right, bye girls.